Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. If you're a first-time listener, Online Trading Academy is the sponsor of the show and teaching people just like you for over 25 years how to trade and invest in the markets, whether you're looking for income strategies like we talked about and discussed in the last segment, or wealth strategies, which is what we'll discuss here today on this segment, as far as how to protect and grow those 401ks, different strategies for that. But if you did miss tickets for that free investing class here locally here in Bloomington or Maple Grove or Woodbury, you can just simply text the word investing to the number 210-210 if you want to see what the different strategies are for those income strategies and wealth strategies. But also, if you're brand new to the markets, that's great. We can train you from the bottom up. If you've been trading for 20, 30, 40 years and you're looking for more consistency, this is a class for you as well. So just text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for that free investing class. So last segment, we were going to get into Intel and Oracle. We didn't have enough time to get into Oracle. I just want to briefly talk about that one here because we had also in Oracle a potential area to get in. And this could be potentially an income strategy or even a longer-term wealth strategy based on the time frame that was used. I like a daily chart on this one here, a potential demand zone around the $91, $89 area, just a general area of potential buyers in the markets. And that's what's nice about this is once you have your entry points, you have to be able to find those exit points. And I do like this one because I think it has a little bit more room to run here on this daily chart. But it's just one of the things that Online Trading Academy, the sponsor of the show, helps our students with is being able to visually learn it. First off, learn it in a classroom like we do in these investing classes, but then being able to read a price chart. And that's where you make your financial decisions, whether you're in your income strategies or wealth strategies. So let's talk about those wealth strategies here, Al, and why it's so important to be able to read a price chart in making those longer-term wealth decisions with your 401ks and IRAs.
Yeah, well, one of the things about the wealth portfolios that people have, whether it's your 401k, 403b, or just a regular investment account, typically you have a financial advisor that has put you into that buy and hold strategy where you're really told to ignore corrections or bear markets because the market always comes back. Let's talk about Oracle for a second. Oracle, great company. If you own Oracle now and you've held it for a number of years, right now you are at the point that it was trading at back in November of 2021. So that's almost 2 years of no movement for you as a buy and hold investor. But if you pull up the chart, is that the Oracle chart?
This is the Oracle chart for our YouTube listeners.
Look at the movement there. There's several potentially really attractive trades that could have been made during that time period.
Yep.
But for a buy and hold person, you basically are just sitting there letting those go by, and you're not taking advantage of them.
Yeah, and just for our radio listeners, I know we're doing this stream live on YouTube as well, Investing and Trading Live. You can just go into Josh Lilquist. But, as Al was talking about, the price was at $106 in December of 2021, so it went up a little bit.
Yeah.
And dropped back down all the way to about 70, went back up to 84, back down to 64, back up to 80, back down to 60, and now sitting at about $94 per share, roughly. So great movement, like you said, and that's why
beautiful moves.
Buy and hold just over time is a losing strategy. And I just wanted to comment on something here about that potential area that I was talking about. One of the things that we have a lot of people come to these investing classes for is they want to be able to have a wealth strategy, but they're like, I don't want to be trading every single day.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? Good. Nobody does, right?
And we don't really want you to do that either.
Yeah, the great thing about the strategy is the price is at $94 right now. This potential opportunity is about $4 lower, which means it's going to take time for it to come back. So you can actually set your investments ahead of time. Be able to set your buy point, your protection point, and your target. And then that way, now there's nothing for you to do, right? You set your entry points, your exits, and then you wait for price to come to you. The computer will actually execute it automatically. That's the great thing about having a wealth strategy is using a larger time frame. So you don't have to be on it every single day. It's more of we'll call it a management style than a trading style. And I want to just make sure that people can come see that. And you talk a lot about wealth strategies in those investing classes that you teach here locally, and how to be able to wait for that price to come to you. So if you want to see Al talk about that, just come into one of these investing classes just by texting the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for that investing class.
Yeah, there really is no one-size-fits-all strategy or way of addressing the markets. But again, the way you address the markets for income and the way you do it for wealth is going to be different. But one of the things that we do is we work with everybody, looking at them as an individual, and people are different as to what they need, what they want, and what they can do. So we put together a plan for everybody based on them, and kind of looking at where you are now and where you want to be in the future. And I think that's one of the points I like to make. Most of the retirement studies and advice that you get is looking at where you are now and then looking at an average rate of return over the last 20 or 30 years, telling you how you can live in retirement because this is what you'll have. What we like to do is change that a bit and have you tell us what you want your retirement to look like. Then we'll look at where you are now, and then what's the right strategy? What are the right assets or asset to get you from where you are now to where you want to be?
And that really includes, Al, what is your rate of return?
It totally includes your rate of return, and that's going to be different based on you, based on where you want to be and where you're starting. But you don't just look at one rate of return that the market has been providing. And when you're looking at the rate of return, you're looking at basically what the S&P 500 has done over time.
And just go a little bit deeper on that, Al. If anybody's listening right now and you've talked to anybody that has a 401k or an IRA that is close to retirement or in retirement, do they ever say, "Boy, I'm really glad I had that 401k because I got millions and billions of dollars and I can retire happy and healthy"? No.
Yeah.
What you're hearing is, I'm not going to have enough to retire. I'm going to have to work until I'm 65, 70, 75 just to be able to get by because that 401k just hasn't done it. Yeah. And that's the problem is everybody's being put into that same strategy. You have to do things a little bit differently. As you were talking about, you have to find out what is that rate of return you need. And then, I guess, first off, where do you want to be? And then what is the rate of return you need to get there? And then what's the right strategy to have that opportunity?
Yeah. And the strategy may change over time based on what's going on. Inflation, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, inflation was almost non-existent. Now it is, and that's going to have a big impact on how you live. So maybe your strategy needs to change to take that into consideration. But, as Josh mentioned, a lot of the people that have 401ks, 403bs that thought this was what's going to get them into the golden years of retirement where they have no worries, no concerns. Well, over half, about 55% of the people in this country feel they're way behind in their retirement numbers.
I would say that's higher, probably.
Yeah, that's according to one study. It probably, and this was done back in 22. So inflation has gone up since then. So that probably is true. Yeah. But we're even talking about people that are millionaires. A lot of millionaires now have even made the comment that it will take a miracle for them to be able to live the retirement style that they want to. Well, there's opportunities there, but you need to take advantage of those opportunities. You have to know what they are and know what the right strategies are to take advantage of them. A lot of people, unfortunately, now are taking money out of their retirement accounts early. They're early withdrawals, or they're using credit cards to help pay for there's the basic needs right now. And you look at the cost of things. Go to the grocery store, the gas pump. The cost of living, the cost of being alive has gotten much higher.
Yep.
And if
go ahead.
Yeah, if you're in retirement, and maybe you were out of a fixed income, well, maybe you need to tweak that a bit because maybe the kinds of fixed income vehicles you're in are not exceeding inflation. Yep. And unless you are, then basically your buying power is going down every year.
Yep. And speaking of gas prices, oil's been shooting up about 30% since looks like the bottoms of March here. So not 30% in less than a month, actually. Yeah. And so things are getting more expensive. It's getting more expensive to live. And if you're drawing those retirement accounts down, you're just not going to have enough. So, Al, we have a very special investing class that people really, I believe that this is the right place to See what the opportunities are. If you feel that you don't have enough to retire, or you're going to be short at retirement, or if you are retired right now and you're going to need something a little bit different, just check this out. Al teaches a lot of these investing classes, many years in the markets, and as far as retirement accounts, strategies, and really just making smart decisions within them. I mean, one decision can make a big deal. Come into one of these investing classes and check it out. Just text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for this free investing class on wealth, your 401ks and your IRAs. We'll call it retirement planning. Okay, retirement planning. That way you can hopefully get there. Al mentioned the golden years. Hopefully you're not sitting there at the golden arches. Text investing to the number 210 for 2 seats. Coming up next, we're going to talk about the day in the life. It's been a while as a trader. We'll be right back.